lightning strikes every time she moves. And everybody's watching her, but she's looking at you.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Crystal, and I am back with another video. So before we even get into the video, we're gonna do the most important thing, which is for you guys to hit that subscribe button if you haven't become part of the family yet. That way you get to see all my videos, and you want to make sure you hit that notification bell. It will definitely give you an alert whenever I post a video, so you can be the first person to holler at your girl and say what's up. So today's video is going to be a little different. I wanted to try something new. So I don't know if you guys know, but my birthday is next month, and I'm super excited. Not really, because you know it's gonna be the last day in my last year in my 20s. And it's so funny because just the other day I kept raving about, oh my god, my birthday's coming, and I literally did not realize that it really is the last year in my 20s. Like, I literally right now at this moment can sit here and tell you guys that I completely remember my 16th birthday, my 21st birthday, and I just feel like the time is flying so bad. Your girl is getting old, but age is nothing but a number anyway. I feel like I'm gonna be feeling like I'm 20 forever. But yeah, so I decided to do today's video, which is 28 things I have learned in 28 years. So it took me a little while to jot these down, because you don't really realize the the things that you've learned until it comes down to you having to write them down. So I was able to, took me a little while, but I was able to write down 28 things that I've learned in the past 28 years of my existence in this place that we call life. So I figured I would share that with you guys, and just go one by one, maybe with a little explanation for the ones that might seem a little bit vague. So if you're interested in seeing what your girl has to offer as far as today's video, then stay tuned and we're gonna get right into the video. Okay, I literally did not realize that my eyebrows looked crazy in my intro, like crazy. Because the thing is, before I did this video, I was actually on the bed relaxing, and I probably like wiped off part of it. Whatever, we fixed it. Don't pay attention to it. Anyway, so let's get right into this video. So 28 things I've learned in 28 years. So first thing, embrace myself, flaws and all. Always be myself. So that's a biggie for me, because I feel like for a while I had a hard time being okay with me. Because I mean, if you look around social media and the world in general, just anywhere, you can literally see so many things that can alter your perception of yourself, of making you think that you need to change something about yourself, or you're not good enough. And over the last 28 years, I have learned that I am good enough, and I am enough, and that it's okay to just be me. Number two, it's okay to indulge once in a while. We work hard, I work hard, so why not play just as hard and have just as much fun? Growing up from the Caribbean, we're taught to work hard, work hard, work hard. That's like been instilled since I was a kid. So of course as an adult, I'm gonna carry all those traditions and all these things that were taught to me as a young child. I'm gonna bring that into adulthood. But sometimes I feel like I'm just a little too hard on myself, and that it's okay sometimes just to wind down and just chill out, and just have fun, and buy myself that bag that I've seen for 2 months that I've wanted, or this makeup palette that I wanted. It's okay to indulge once in a while. Number three, stop worrying about what others think. That's a big one. That's a big one. I used to do that a lot. Actually, no. I feel like I've always been the type of person who didn't really care. Like, I really don't care. I feel like you're on the train, you know, there were times where you have a cold, you know, you're worried about blowing your nose. It's like simple things like that. You're worried about blowing your nose because you feel like, you know, the train is super quiet and everybody's gonna turn their attention to you. You know, I've just learned that nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like, people might act like they care, but they really don't give a fuck. So at the end of the day, live your life, be you. You know what I mean? If you gotta blow your nose, blow your nose. You know, if you wanna wear that shoe that, you know, probably everybody who you ask said is ugly, you wear that shoe. Nobody cares. Everybody's gonna live their life and do what they wanna do. So why shouldn't you? Number 4, trust my gut. That's a biggie. Self-doubt. You know, I feel like we have this kind of relationship with our conscience, and we have sometimes you have an intuition, and and a lot of times your gut, you get a gut feeling, and your gut is telling you, oh, you know what, apply for that job, or don't buy this, or it could be whatever it is. I know sometimes we get that other person in our head telling us to do something, or you get that gut feeling. It's usually like nerve-wracking, you know, like it's one of those really weird feelings that you get. And I've learned over the years that that's actually my brain's way of communicating with me and letting me know, you know, whether or not what I'm doing is a good decision or a bad decision. So I've learned over the years to really trust my gut and just go with whatever, you know. If I feel like, you know what, this is the job for me, or, you know, I'm not gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I've learned over the years to really go with my gut and listen to that. Number 5, listen to my body and what it's trying to tell me. Right now at this size, this is the biggest I've ever been, which for me is perfectly fine, because I remember myself being super skinny, collarbone out, like super skinny. And not saying there's anything wrong with anyone who's that super skinny, because for a long time that's all I knew. That was me, and I was okay with that. But it wasn't until really gaining, you know, really forming, I wouldn't say gaining, but forming into the person I am today, that I realized that I actually have a communication mechanism with my body. So a lot of times, you know, your body's telling you something. As a teenager, I suffered with acne really badly, and I've done a video, you know, telling you guys about that whole journey. And for a long time, I always thought it was just a phase that I was going through, a teenage phase. But it had a lot to do with things that I was actually consuming and eating, you know, and putting in my body. And I feel like for a long time my body was trying to tell me that, but I just wasn't paying attention. So yeah, that's a biggie. I've learned to really be in sync with my body and, you know, be aware and notice little things that I wouldn't have noticed before. Number 6, live life to the fullest. That's like one of my mottos. It's on my Instagram. I think I have it a few places. Experience everything I can, because, you know, I believe we're all here for a certain amount of time, and we don't know when that's gonna be. We have no idea, and I feel like while we're here, it's very important to experience everything that you can possibly experience and enjoy life to the fullest. Number 7, me time is important. And that's a big one. I think I've always been big on that, you know, being able to just take time for myself. I'm a Cancer. We're homebodies. We love having our me time. It's great being with friends. It's great being with family. But sometimes you just want to have yourself as your own company, which I feel sometimes it's really the best company. So I've learned over the years to really take time just to spend time with me, if that makes any sense. Number 8, negativity out, positivity in. That's a biggie for me now, because I really don't react very good to stress, and that's based on experiences I've had growing up into my 28 years, and I have learned and realized that negativity is one of the big things that will draw stress, which in turn is really not a positive thing for me. So anything that's negative, I really try to dismiss it and just keep positive things around me, because I feel like whatever positive things you have around you, you get positive results, as opposed to negative, you will get the same results, negative results. So anything negative, I don't want anything to do with it. Positivity is my new best friend. Number 9, surround yourself with people who push you to do your best. And I have all this stuff written down, which is why I'm looking down. There's a lot of people around you that don't want to see you do good. That's a fact. I call them leeches. They're really just there for, they're really just around you because obviously something about you is benefiting them in some way, and when that's not happening anymore, then they no longer want to be around. So you want to surround yourself with people who will push you to do your best. Anyone who just constantly has nothing positive to say or anything uplifting, or doesn't provide any kind of substance, positive substance in your life, then they don't need to be there. And I have learned to cut people off. I'm known for that. Like, if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, as my friend, as my sister, as whoever, cut it. I don't have time for the BS, not anymore. Like, as you guys can see, I'm not getting any younger, so enough of the headaches. Whatever you can control in your life, I say take control and cut it out. Number 10, be thankful and grateful, not just on Thanksgiving. As a matter of fact, where I'm from, on Thanksgiving, we celebrate Thanksgiving at a different time here in the United States. So I was born to be thankful all the time. It's not just about being in a church and getting on your knees and thanking. Like, you can literally be thankful anywhere. You could be thankful, just being thankful all around for whatever it is that you have in your life now, because there's a lot of people in other places of the world that we've never met, or people that we pass by every day who probably don't have as much as we have. And it's important to be thankful for what you have, because there's somebody else who is not as fortunate as yourself. So being thankful, being grateful, no matter what it is, your job, your car, your house, food every day, just be thankful. Number 11, think before you speak. Took me a few years to learn that one, because I used to be a little bit of a hothead, and I never used to do that. I never used to think before I said things, and I feel like words are very hurtful, and once it comes out, it's, you can't take it back. So it's very good to just think before you say something, because a lot of times there are things that to you might sound okay in your head, but to someone else might not be the same. So you want to just be careful with what you say, and always pay attention, and be alert and be aware of things you say and how it can hurt someone else. Number 12, dream big, push yourself. So that's a biggie. I don't feel like there's anything in the world that you can't do. I've learned that I am unstoppable. If I want something, I can get it as long as I work hard for it. So that's a big one. Dream big. Let the universe be your, I don't know. I'm trying to say something and it's not coming out, but you guys get the gist of what I'm trying to say. Reach for the stars, that sort of thing. Number 13, food indulgence is okay in moderation. Like I said, from skinny to slim thick, as I call myself now, when I first started gaining a little bit of weight as opposed to what I was used to seeing myself as, I really started to get a little depressed, because I didn't like how my clothes were fitting anymore, because I was just used to seeing myself one particular way. So now, it's like, first of all, I should have started with this. I love food. I don't feel like there's anybody I know that doesn't like food. I mean, we need food to survive. So I don't believe in depriving myself of anything, which is why I don't like the word diet. If you guys have been watching my vlogs, I am on a food journey right now, a healthy food journey. But I believe in being able to eat whatever I want, just in moderation, because of course, too much of anything is not good for you, as I've heard. So yeah, it's still okay to be able to enjoy things, but you know, there's a limit. There's a limit on that, just like everything else. Number 14, common sense is not common. That's the face I want to do for that one, because that one is a biggie. Like, that's a biggie. I have no words on that one. Number 15, everyone is not your friend. There's people around you that want to see you do badly. They do not support you. They only show you one side of their face and not the other. So just because someone's with you every day, and just because you talk to somebody every day, or they know certain aspects of your life, doesn't mean they're your friend. I feel like people are, you know, it's too easy to use that word, you know, friend. And not everybody knows what a friend is either. So yeah, that's a big one. I learned that one. Not everyone is your friend. You know, there's associates, there's co-workers, there's friends, you know, people who you actually let into your home and, you know, tell you dark secrets and all that stuff too. Those are your friends. Number 16, always put God first. That should have been number 1, but we got to it as long as I mention it. And you know, religion is a biggie, and I know everyone has their own religion and stuff like that, but that's important to me based on the way that I've grown up. I feel like it's always good to put God first in everything I do. I feel like He's the forefront of everything that happens to me in my life. So that's a biggie for me. Number 17, support those who support me. If you support me, I support you. You don't support me, I don't support you. This is self-explanatory. I don't even feel like I need to explain that. Number 18, you are what you eat. That kind of ties back into something that I mentioned before about indulging in food. But yeah, that one took me a little while to learn. You are what you eat. Because I feel like the way you look, the way you feel has a lot to do with what you consume. And food is a very big and broad topic because it depends on how you were raised, your culture, and all those different things. So that's a biggie. But I have learned that what I put in my body is basically the result of what my body is going to look like and how it's going to feel. So I have become a lot more aware of that and a lot more in sync with what I eat. Number 19, self-happiness is important. You know, I have to be happy first. I feel you can't make someone else happy in a relationship or in a friendship or anything if you're not happy first. So it's very important to find that self-happiness within yourself. And if you don't have it, to you know, make it an importance to make yourself happy first before making anyone else happy. Number 20, family will let you down. Just because they're family and just because you share the same blood does not mean that they are going to be your cheerleaders on the sideline. As a matter of fact, in some cases, family will actually treat you worse than a stranger will. But I have learned over the course of the years that, listen, sometimes, and I said sometimes, family is not always gonna root for you, and family is not always gonna be there to support you. Number 21, everything is not always what it seems. And I feel like that ties into thinking before you speak. Just because something looks a certain way doesn't mean that's exactly how it is. You know, just because someone acts a certain way doesn't mean that's actually how they are. I feel like people show you what they want you to see. And you know, some people have multiple faces. Fortunately for me, what you see is what you get. But not everybody is built like that. So just remember that one. Number 22, natural is beautiful. As you guys can see, I'm in my natural form, except for my makeup. Except for the makeup. But you guys know, I rock my natural hair, I rock my wigs, I wear my weave. I'm all versatile. But if I had to depart and stay away from all of those things, I would be able to be okay with me. So I know, based on social media and the way that they're framing a lot of things nowadays of how a woman's body is supposed to look or how a woman is supposed to dress, that can make you feel like you're less and you're not enough. Your natural is beautiful. And it's taken me a while to learn that, because for a while I just couldn't see myself just rocking my natural hair. I felt like I needed all these other things to make me feel better about myself. But as of today, 28 years on this earth, I can tell you that I am truly happy with being just like this, and I am satisfied and I am okay with myself. Number 23, face your fears. Did a lot of things on my last DR vacation that I wouldn't have done 10 years ago. I can tell you that for a fact. Still can't swim till this day, but hey, I rode a jet ski. Had a life jacket on, so gotta do something once in a while. You gotta face your fears head on. I actually watched a video that Will Smith did, and there was something he mentioned, and this is not word for word, but I'm just gonna paraphrase it in the best way that I remember. And I remember him saying that the best part of life is on the other side of fear, or the best, something around that line. I think it's about that. Like, the best things in life are found on the other side of your fear. And because a lot of people don't want to take the chance to overcome that fear or move past their fear, they never get to experience the other things that are there for them on the other side. And I thought that was so super deep, and it resonated with me. And ever since then, I've been trying to push myself, and I've been trying to do things that I wouldn't have done on a norm. So I encourage you guys to face your fears as well. Number 24, we're almost there. Stick with me. It's okay if you haven't figured out what your calling is. That's a biggie for me. 28 years on this world, in this world, and I still feel like I don't really know what exactly my passion is. Now, makeup has become my passion, but I feel like I've been dipping and dabbing in a lot of different things. So I haven't really pinpointed one particular thing that I could see myself saying, you know what, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And I feel like at this point right now, I am satisfied with knowing that that is okay. 2 years ago, I would have been just so depressed because I feel like there's so many people in this world who are so fortunate with knowing, you know what, I want to be a doctor, and I want to be a psychologist, and I want to do this, and I want to do that, and here I am, and I have no clue. But I feel like eventually along the way, we learn whatever it is, and sometimes what you think your calling is not what God has in store for you at all. And that's gonna tie into something else that I have coming up in one of the other lessons. Number 25, get out of your comfort zone, challenge yourself, apply for that job that you don't think you're gonna get, wear that dress that you didn't think would look good on you, or just get out of your comfort zone. Try something different. It's very similar to facing your fears. They go hand in hand. Number 26, and this goes into what I was just saying, ties into another lesson about not knowing what your calling is. Number 26 is everything happens for a reason. So just because I haven't figured out what my calling is right now doesn't mean that I won't figure it out in a year from now, or 2 years from now, or 3 years from now. I feel like everybody has a destiny, and that's just me. I believe that everybody has a destiny, and there's a particular thing that everybody is here on this earth to do, and we won't know until it comes to that time when we have to figure it out. So I believe everything happens for a reason, and I've been I've been very, very true to that for a number of years now. So I try not to question when something bad happens, because my mom always said every disappointment is a blessing. So if I didn't get this job now, maybe I'm not meant to get it right now at this moment. Number 27, love is a compromise. Love is not perfect. There's no such thing as perfection. So yeah, you might have a list of this perfect guy that you want, and when you find him, he might be 100% perfect for you. But I'll tell you one thing, no matter what, you're gonna have to compromise at some point or another, because there's gonna be something about him that you might not like, and there's gonna be something about you that he might not like. But do the good weigh out the bad? I'm pretty sure most likely they will. So you're gonna have to compromise as a couple, you know, despite the one or two things that you guys don't like about each other. So I've learned that. And last but not least, try new things. YOLO. And for those of you who don't know what YOLO means, you only live once. Yeah, try new things. Like me, for instance, trying out this new video. I don't really know if you guys are gonna like this or not, but I'm trying it out because I want to. And you know, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and hopefully I gave some form of wisdom and some form of advice to someone who was needing it, or someone who, you know, wanted to hear something that they haven't heard, or whatever the case may be. So these are the 28 things that I've learned in 28 years, guys. I feel like my wisdom has gone up a notch, you know. And I'm getting 1 year older next month, and I feel like being on this planet, I've learned so much, and I've been able to implement all of these things into my life. And hopefully you guys can take some of these things that I have learned and implement them in your life if it wasn't something that you've known before. And of course, again, I want to urge you guys to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already. It's the red button right below. Hit the bell notification again so you get a notification every time I post a video. And yeah, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you did. Leave me a comment in the comment section letting me know which one of these that resonates with you, or one of these that you do on a daily, day-to-day basis, or one of these that you have learned or implemented in your life. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope to see you guys on my next one, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.